There is a painful truth about relationships that many people discover too late. Sometimes the more attention, affection, and effort we give someone, the less they seem to appreciate it. Not because kindness is weakness, but because constant availability can become invisible. Something that is always there can slowly be taken for granted. Perhaps she became accustomed to the calls, the messages, the support, the patience, and the reassuring presence. At first, those things may have meant everything. Eventually, they became normal. And when something becomes normal, its value is often noticed only after it disappears. But here is where Stoicism changes the entire story. The goal is not to make someone regret losing you. It is not to manipulate emotions, create jealousy, or play games. The real transformation begins when the need for someone else's recognition disappears. The Stoics understood a powerful principle. Some things belong to us while others never will. Another person's feelings, decisions, attention, and affection cannot be controlled. Character, choices, discipline, and responses can. That distinction can completely change the way love is experienced. Imagine spending months trying to convince someone that you're worthy of love. Every unanswered message creates anxiety. Every change in her tone becomes something to analyze. A delayed response becomes a reason to worry. A little affection creates enormous happiness, while distance creates disappointment. At that point, love is no longer peaceful. Another person's behavior has become the remote control for your emotions. Stoic strength begins when that remote control is taken back. Instead of asking, "How can I make her value me?" a better question is, "Am I living in a way that makes me respect myself?" That question is much harder, and far more powerful. It shifts attention away from chasing approval and toward building a meaningful life. Health, purpose, friendships, work, learning, discipline, and inner peace begin to matter again. The relationship may still be important, but it is no longer the entire foundation of existence. And something interesting happens when that balance returns. The person who once seemed impossible to live without becomes just one part of a much larger life. That is not emotional coldness. That is emotional freedom. There is another misunderstanding worth clearing up. Many people hear advice about pulling back and immediately think of manipulation. Ignore her for 3 days. Make her jealous. Pretend to be busy. Post something designed to get a reaction. None of that represents Stoic philosophy. Real distance is much quieter. It means refusing to force a connection that no longer feels mutual. It means allowing another person to have freedom while maintaining personal dignity. It means accepting the uncomfortable possibility that someone may simply not want the same relationship. There is no dramatic announcement. No revenge. No attempt to make someone suffer. The energy simply stops being wasted. And sometimes, that absence reveals something that constant presence was hiding. When someone has become accustomed to kindness, attention, encouragement, and emotional support, the absence of those things can suddenly make their importance visible. But even then, there is a critical distinction. The purpose of stepping back is not to make her miss you. The purpose is to stop abandoning yourself. That difference separates maturity from manipulation. A mature man does not disappear hoping someone will panic. He simply becomes less available for situations that repeatedly drain his dignity. His life continues. His goals continue. His friendships continue. His health continues. His peace continues. And that is where genuine attraction often becomes stronger. Not because of a trick, but because independence naturally creates a different kind of presence. There is a huge difference between being loving and being desperate. Love gives freely because the heart wants to give. Desperation gives because it is terrified of losing. From the outside, the behavior may look similar. Inside, however, the motivation is completely different. A healthy relationship should not require someone to abandon every personal boundary just to keep another person interested. Plans should not constantly be cancelled. Goals should not constantly be postponed. Friends should not disappear. Self-respect should not become the price of companionship. Love is supposed to enrich a life, not consume the identity of the person living it. This becomes especially important with age. After years of experience, many people finally realize that chasing attention is exhausting. The strongest relationships are rarely built through endless pursuit. They grow through respect, consistency, trust, shared values, and genuine choice. Being needed is not the same as being loved. Someone may need company because they're afraid of being alone. Someone may need emotional support because they haven't learned to stand on their own. But being genuinely chosen is different. Two people who can stand independently and still choose to walk together create something much stronger. That is mature attraction. And it leads to one of the hardest lessons in love. Sometimes the person who walked away will never come back. There may never be an apology. There may never be a dramatic realization. There may never be a message saying, "I finally understand what I lost." That possibility hurts because part of the heart wants validation. It wants proof that leaving was a mistake. But Stoicism asks for something much more difficult. Peace without the apology. Strength without the recognition. Closure without the other person's participation. Imagine reaching a point where her regret is no longer necessary for your healing. That is freedom. Maybe she eventually recognizes your value. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she returns with genuine change. Maybe she continues walking in another direction. The responsibility remains the same. Live with dignity. If she comes back, judge the situation by actions rather than promises. Look for consistency, respect, accountability, and genuine effort. Nostalgia alone is not evidence of change. And if she never returns, there is still a life waiting to be lived. That is why becoming impossible to replace should never mean becoming someone else's obsession. It means becoming deeply rooted in your own character. A person with purpose is difficult to destroy. A person with discipline is difficult to manipulate. A person with self-respect is difficult to control through fear of abandonment. And a person who has learned to enjoy his own company does not have to beg another person to stay. This is where Stoicism becomes more than relationship advice. It becomes a way of living. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to focus on his own character rather than becoming consumed by external events. That principle remains remarkably relevant today. Another person's opinion does not define character. Another person's rejection does not determine worth. Another person's departure does not erase everything valuable about a life. The only real question is whether the experience produces bitterness or wisdom. So if someone failed to appreciate you, resist the temptation to spend the next 5 years proving them wrong. Build instead, build the body, build the mind, build the career, build meaningful friendships, build emotional discipline, and build a life that feels complete even when nobody is watching. Because the greatest revenge is not making someone regret losing you. It is reaching a place where their regret no longer matters. And if one day she looks back and realizes that something valuable was lost, let that realization belong to her. There is no need to chase it. No need to celebrate it. No need to remind her. Simply continue forward. Because real strength is not saying, "She will never find someone like me." Real strength is being able to say, "I don't need to be irreplaceable to everyone. I only need to become someone I refuse to abandon." That is the heart of Stoic attraction. Love deeply. Give generously. Remain kind. But never trade away self-respect in exchange for someone's attention. Because the moment a person stops begging to be valued and starts living according to their principles, something changes. The desperation disappears. The anxiety becomes quieter. The need for approval loses its grip. And suddenly, the person who once feared being abandoned realizes something profound. Being alone is painful. But losing yourself to keep someone is far more expensive. So let them choose. Let them stay. Let them leave. Let them misunderstand. Let them recognize your value, or fail to recognize it. None of that changes the responsibility to live well. Because the ultimate goal was never to become impossible to replace in someone else's life. It was to become impossible to abandon in your own.